Hello and welcome. We are back with another toy review. Today we're going to be checking out a Transformer. We've got Blur from Shattered Glass. This is the new line for Hasbro's Transformers Generation Select. It's basically all the characters you know and love, except completely opposite. All the Autobots are bad guys, all the Decepticons are good guys, and everyone's little abilities are kind of changed around from it too. I really like the box design on this. I was kind of tempted to buy two of these to have a bunch of these Shattered Glass guys all in these cool boxes and have another batch for me to open and play with. But, who am I kidding? I'm going to open all these boxes up. That's just how it is. On the back, we've got some cool art. My one nitpick, I'm a little disappointed with this. The back of it has this description form. It says, Blur is a sadistic data interceptor with the ability to steal kinetic energy, sapping anything that moves of their speed to increase his own. That sounds supremely evil and a great thing for an evil version of Blur to have for his speed boost. However, in this cool nifty comic, that is included with this, none of this is mentioned ever. It gets you a cool intro in the universe, got me very hyped for the Starscream to come out, but yeah, besides kind of a cool little cover, it didn't really do much for me for the character of Blur. I'm already not a fan of him because I'm one of the people that was more irritated with him than anything when he was introduced with his annoying voice in G1. But yeah, first Shattered Glass figure. I love the universe, so I was going to pick him up regardless. Let's open him up and get into it. Alright, so here he is, Shattered Glass Blur, straight out of the box. First impressions for this guy in hand? I really don't like his hands. I hate to complain right off the bat with him, but this is very irritating. I don't know if mine's defective or if all of them are like this, but essentially, but as you can see, it's too far out, so it doesn't clip in. So that leads to... Stop, Jackie. That leads to this thing just never really wanting to stay in and kind of making his robot mode very annoying to deal with. I'm kind of almost wanting to just keep him in this frickin' helper bot vacuum hand mode because this is about all I can think of to remedy the situation. Dang it, Blur. Besides that, I am really liking the head sculpt on this guy. Very nice, cocky little smirk on here with the kind of bolted in eye patch on his eye with his scratches on it. Really like the look of him. His style was really present in the comic issue that came with him. I really dig the design and look of this character a lot. See, most of his cooler designs are kind of like on his bag kibble because he's got his nice little, I don't know, energy cracks, or I guess it could be seen as a paint job for his car mode, but you don't really get to see that in the front of him when he's out and about, which is kind of a bummer. I would have wished they would have found a way to incorporate some of that style into his robot mode as well, but it's kind of all lost here. But I mean, you know, that's why you have Transformers, so you can move them in and out. You know, you're not supposed to keep him in robot mode all the time. But let's see here. Articulation-wise, his arms can move out about this far. If you try anything else, you start accidentally getting into transform mode. Neck moves around all the way 360 pretty much. Not really much up and down movement on him. Can turn his tits up and down if you'd like. Fun hidden feature. It's got a little bit of... Get my hand out the way there. A little bit of ankle rock there with the feet, so you can, Ooh, let's see it. Let's see it, Blur. Almost make him pop a splits. Just about. But, just a little shy of making it there with the ankles. Look at this. See, you know, this one's been up the whole time. No issues whatsoever. It tabs out a little bit, but, I don't know. I might just have to hit some nail polish in that joint just to make that thing a little tighter. I don't know. It's very irritating. I had to take a break from this review because it just kept annoying me. But let's see here. For the feet, got his legs here. Go up about that much. About as much as you need a Transformer to do. He's got, you know, just enough to stand over someone triumphantly as he just defeated them. Well, not that much, but you get the idea. You can work with it. I'm not posing fully for you. I'm doing a video review. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Overall, I really like the design of this character a lot. He oozes a lot of style. You can get him in a lot of nice, I don't know, poses that you'd see a fast Autobot normally in. You can get him in some decent running ones. The only problem is, really, it's just the fact that some of these joints just are kind of messed up on him. His arm really ruins the fun for a lot of playability for me, because it's just such a big issue that's always in your way. It just never stops falling. Oh my god, I hope no one else has this issue if it's just like a little defect on mine, but geez, it is, yeah, it's bad. With that said, he's got a plethora of 2 accessories. He's got his little, keep in mind, I don't know much about this character Blur. I've watched all of G1 and the movie. I know of him, but honestly I don't really remember him having any hand parts like this. I don't know if this is a old toy reference or if this is something he actually pulled out in an episode. Did nothing for me. I imagine that's how he saps the Autobot speed, potentially. I also don't have his Studio Series toy, so I don't have that to compare with. I don't know if he came with this little thingy or not. But on top of that, he also comes with his little rifle here, which I think is a nice sculpt and a nice little size for him. Can't get him any good shooting poses with this arm. Yeah, I like the look of this gun a lot. Good size for him. A lot of the Transformers I've noticed sometimes they'll give a gun that's too small or too big for him, and this is a good size for him. Yeah, it sucks that these things aren't staying up because, you know, these would be some good poses for, like, I don't know, him using these to, like, block some melee attacks or something. I guess it is staying up and it is at this angle, so I can do this with it at least. But at this point, Mans just looks like he has some really big arms now. I don't know. I like the look of him when he's just kind of standing more forward, because once you start to see these things in the back of his arm, he looks a little too bulky for this kind of, you know, speedy guy on the Autobot team. Let's get the zoom, and we're going to go ahead and try to crack out a transformation for you. So you flip his arm things up here, swoop the vacuum units in, like so. Put the cone over his head, as I showed you earlier. Turn the tit sideways, and if you grab at his little tummy a little bit, whoop, the seat pops up. After that, I'm going to go ahead and open the legs, as most Transformers make you do these days. Grab out the fin from the other one, and I believe you turn the legs sideways. Yeah, that looks about... No, that ain't right. Keep the legs where they are. Fold them over. Easy peasy. Now this part is kind of a pain in the ass with the... Let's see if I can get it for you. The tabbing of these things here. I don't know. I've had to like look at it from out here and do it to like actually line everything up accurately. I'll just have to fiddle with this off screen so I can actually look at it good. Alright, so I got a tab there. Easy peasy. Oh! 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 We didn't fold them out far enough. Alright. Now we can make the noise. Fold that over, flip them on the back side, and then tab the feet out like this. Oops. Here we go. And then you will want to... Am I too early? Oh, I'm a little too early. Whoop. Oh my god! Okay. Then you flip these over, and these were like previously his shoulder joints, I believe, that they were using them for. Pull these legs back up through there, get them out the way. Actually, those are his arms. And then you flip the rest of the legs over, all nice and compact, and then you're going to want to tab them inside of those little shoulder joints we just brought out. And that's how you keep the back of him from scratching when you want to... After that, pretty easy after the rest of it. Keep this out. Ooh. You're going to want to swivel the hands all around. Keep that nasty kibble on the inside. And lock them in. And I'll have to look at it better for this one, folks. Hold on. Alright. Lock them in. You've got all these tabs on the side. That one right there. Going in right there. Got another one here. Going in right there. And lastly, you've got this one here. Going all the way over there. Let's see if I can keep it on the screen for you for once. I should be getting better at this. This isn't my first take. Alright, and we've got him, oops, get the seat cover up. And now we have him fully transformed. Alright. Oh. Tab got out a little bit there. And lastly, I don't really like the look of this, but I'll show you guys. I guess you're supposed to, in this little port here, and on this little port of the gun, plug it in, and now he's got his little gun on the vehicle. I don't know, it looks kind of ridiculously long to me with this. I wish it was maybe just like a bit further back and it was maybe like this, or maybe if it went over on the top somewhere. As it stands, there is no other place to put this gun, and that's kind of ridiculous to me. He doesn't have any of the typical ports on the War for Cybertron figures. Probably because I think this is probably based off of the Studio Series mold, now that I'm thinking about it. So it's probably like Cyclonus, where he only has like one little port just to kind of give you a reason to not complain about there not being any on there. He does, however, have the ports up the arse. I know I had some blast effects around here. Yep. So if you want to see man's going super, you got the shit for it. Really like the look of it. The orange on him really comes out nicely with these blast effects of all that blue on him. He is a figure where I'm not sure which kind of mode I want him displayed in. I know a big factor of that is the fact that these little bits are cooler on him in vehicle mode, because I get to, one, see all the cool paint on them and the cool paint job that they put on it, and also it's not falling apart all the time in his vehicle mode, which is a big pain in the bootay. Alright, hopping into comparison time. I'm going to try to, I'm not saying I know you guys, but trying to predict where you're going to be putting this guy on the shelf with my comparisons. I'm going to try to show you guys all the current Shattered Glass offerings we've gotten from Hasbro recently, and some people that we know are going to be used for the molds of the future ones that are also announced. So, jumping right in, we're just going to have the ones that are out for now for the Autobots team. Got Optimus Prime and Ratchet. I think he looks good next to all of them here. It was really great to see some interaction between these two in the comic that was provided with Blur. We got to see a little sneak peek of Starscream as well. Very excited to see where the next issues go with that. But overall, right now, I think you've got a great little Autobot team of evil baddies so far. I think they pair great together. Everyone knows 3 is a crowd, so great to have a group of them, really have a shelf presence, because as of now, really only just been kind of putting these guys on my Decepticon shelf here and there. Now they kind of deserve their own spot together. Really liking this group. Can't wait to get the rest of them in. Moving on. Up next, we have Bumblebee and Blur together. Figured I'd do this pairing because I'm not sure, but I think Goldbug or Starscream maybe is the next one that's slated to come out. I might be completely wrong on all of that, so scratch that if it's incorrect. But wanted to get the small guy next to him, see how they look. I think it's another great pairing. I really like this mold for Bumblebee. A lot of people aren't fans of it. This is the one from the new buzzworthy Bumblebee 4-pack, I believe, with the more accurate yellow color, but not the accurate Slugbug alt mode. Yeah, Bumblebee's looking nice and short next to him. He's got some presence. Really liking this look. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, next we have Ramjet. If anyone's talked to me in the last few months, they know I love this Transformer. The color scheme on it, great. Look of him, wonderful. The nice little Ramjet name sign on the edge of his cone, beautiful. All of it just stylistic. However, he is the only Seeker I have, so I don't have a good mold to compare for the upcoming Starscream that they're going to do. This guy's filling that gap. Observe. Have you observed? Have you soaked it all in? Have you compared it? Alright, moving on. Alright, and for the one I'm most excited for to be given a face in the Shattered Glass universe in plastic form, Megatron. Just got this guy recently in. Decided to get him in the Paleo Trek spoiler pack, as I wanted to try out that bone armor on my Nemesis Primal from that buzzworthy Bumblebee pack, and oh boy, does it look good. I'll probably roll some pictures of it right about now to show off to you real quick. They look great together. Megatron always has a wonderful shelf presence. Know he'll look good in Shattered Glass form. Looks good next to him. Can't wait to have a whole Shattered Glass shelf. My frickin' goodness. Moving on. And to top it off, we have him here next to Commander Class Jetfire. Big frickin' unit right here. Obviously he towers over Blur. I framed it this way purely for comedic effect. I didn't intend you to see the whole Jetfire. Ta-da! Yeah, they look great together. Can't wait to see him with his Shattered Glass version next to Blur. Yeah, I'm just posing them next to all these guys has me a lot more excited for the rest of the wave. Coming from this as someone who wasn't much of a Blur fan before getting this figure, like I didn't really stop to look to get his Studio Series one, I'm really liking this one a lot. The paint on him looks great. Just the personality they really put into this figure. You can see it both in his robot and vehicle form, and I really appreciate all the detail that went into the work on him. Unfortunately, there's some quality issues with the joints. Hopefully, it's just an issue with mine. It's not a massive all across all the units thing, but hopefully I can get it fixed. If I do find a way, I will post that fixing in case others come across it. I'm really liking what Hasbro is doing with Shattered Glass. It's honestly, right now for Transformers, what I'm most excited for. I know there's been the leaks of some more of those Studio Series figures coming out, and some more Beast Wars and Unicron Trilogy stuff, which I personally grew up with. That was like my bread and butter. That's how I got into all this crap. But even if all that coming out, this Shattered Glass stuff, man, if they keep it going after what they've already announced, it's probably going to be like a whole major shelf for me. I like all the redesigns of all the characters, the different personalities for all of them that are coming out, and, oh man, the comics that are getting with all these figures, it's making me want to start reading Transformers comics again, because, I'm so intrigued in all the universes they're building with all these characters. Prowl, I really want to see what he's all about, because they keep alluding to some crazy crap about him, but they won't really show or tell much. If you can get your hands on this guy, if you're into Transformers, if you're into the Shattered Glass stuff, definitely pick him up. I didn't really feel like I have to sell him much besides his one little issue, but hey, if you're creative, once again, vacuum mode. All I'm gonna say, man, maybe he can be in the Shattered Glass universe for you. Orion Pax's top custodial bot, you know? Maybe he comes in after the battles and, you know, zooms up all the debris. I'm messing around too much with this. Closing thoughts. Great guy, just one real issue that's really holding him back from being great god tier status. Yeah, Hasbro knocked it out the park with this one. Really enjoying it. Alright, y'all, if you liked the review, leave a like, drop a sub. If you disagree with anything, if you agree with anything, hey, if you just like me and you want to chat, drop a comment. I'm sure I'll respond. There's not many subscribers I have yet. Leave you guys with the message of the day. Appreciate love handles. See y'all next time. Can a frickin' headmaster fit? No. Well, like, I don't know. He's like having the time of his life on it, but he doesn't like fit it.